There is a feeling that comes with constantly trying to fix ourselves. And in the fixing, in that fixing, the exhaustion of doing that, we feel more broken because nothing is working. The trap of self improvement is it wants you to maintain a version of yourself that isn't real to begin with. The experience was real, but the person it created is not the real you. It is the person you had to become to survive the experience. Improving the hurt self, the one that feels unworthy, is a journey without an end because you are trying to fix the very person you think you are. The world is in disarray, but it tells us that we need to improve ourselves in it. I realize everyone is trying to improve themselves, and it seems reasonable to want to be better. Most people feel guilty that they aren't better. I was one of them. But that all depends on what we view as being better. I thought by improving myself, I would be happier. I would fit in more. At the time, it wasn't about finding peace. It was about fitting into the world's standard, emotionally, mentally, and physically. But if you are awakening, you start to realize that you don't need to improve those states of being. You just need to see them from a true place or from the highest self. If we're unconscious, then we are not aware of our behavior or our actions, right? Even when you are awake, we can still do unconscious things because we're not aware, right? Even in a woke state, you can still be unaware. I realized I wasn't alone in this. People are exhausted from trying to improve. The world is noisy and it leads us all into this constant need to fit in and tell us we have to improve to fit in into the changing because it's always changing. Even the sense of improving yourself for you can be a hidden form of improving because of what the world is reflecting back at you. But if we believe that we are not enough, then improving on what is not enough will only put us in a cycle of self-improvement. That's the trap of self-improvement. It puts you in this constant cycle. When you're not conscious, we aren't aware of the why behind our actions, you see. I've always recognized this awareness in me for not chasing endless concept, but just to allow it to arise in me naturally. But that has to come from a place of conscious awareness. You say, how do you know that whatever is arising in me is right? It's coming from a place of conscious awareness. That's why I'm saying you cannot improve the broken self. You have to come back to the true self. Everyone has their own idea of what self-improvement is. A different version. but I never wanted to be a storage space for endless self acts. I don't know, it felt exhausting. It just felt like just repeating this cycle to me. You cannot self hack, we cannot self hack our way to peace, even in spiritual spaces. It's there too. You'll never improve if the place you're looking from is not fully realized. And there can be no desire for change if we don't know that the place we're looking from isn't real to begin with. You don't change when you don't think you're the problem. From where I'm looking from, your true self or highest self does not need to improve. We just need to see from that place. The highest self. We don't need to improve what is already whole. We can only become one with it. We are one with it. We have to realize that. In a practical way, we do have to maintain ourselves physically, the form, but no amount of maintenance will fix anything if the foundation itself is broken. It's better to demolish the broken foundation and build from scratch, because then all we're doing is patching up what's broken from the foundation. I've stopped trying to fix my brokenness because I was attached to what was broken, so I identified from that place. And it's very exhausting. To be frank with you, it's very exhausting. You're fixing, but nothing is. You're still in that place of brokenness. But as I sat in the solitude of my unbecoming, those layers begins to dissolve. The hurt, the pain, the abuse. All of that begins to dissolve in the unbecoming. Sometimes what we don't realize is that our need to improve is driven by our brokenness. And more importantly, by what we have not yet truly recognized within ourselves. Nothing changes until the place we're seen from shifts. I'm not saying we cannot improve on anything. I'm just pointing to what needs to change. And that's the place that we're looking from. Improving the exterior will not change what we're feeling from the inside, where we're seen from. And so that is the journey back to our true home, which is you and me. It breaks through everything we thought was real and bring you to a oneness, that wholeness. And here there is no need to improve, because in that unbecoming, the layers are being dissolved. So it's the reverse. Instead of putting on, we're dropping those identities. There's not even a need to be more spiritual or more righteous. You cannot be righteous if you are not seen from the right place. The righteousness is in our actions, not our words. I know it's not, now I know it's not about doing more. And for me, I've become more still. I hear and feel the noise out there, but there is a stillness because I've stopped trying to fix and I've just started being. If you're in your awakening journey, something is pulling you into a rest. A rest. The exhaustion you're feeling is bringing you into a rest. It's pulling you into rest, inner peace. Only because there's a shift in how we're seeing things now. Self-improvement, the self-improvement thing, we're always going to have to improve in this world that is always changing. And if we look at it from that space, that there's always something new. So if we're chasing, matching up, or aligning with what's new, we'll always be chasing, if that makes sense. Constantly trying to improve something that is perishable and not recognizing what is imperishable within. Chasing what is perfect and not recognizing what is already perfect within us. That is the exhaustion of trying to improve on what is not real.